Hey there, guys, and welcome to another Factorio Reddit Weekly. I'm Xterminator, and thank you for joining me. And we're looking at the top posts in the last week, as always. Start off with the fact that my disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. Let's see what we got here. Nuclear reactor cannot be fueled with wood. Really? Who would have thought? I would be terrified if wood was radioactive enough to power a reactor. We would all be dead. Yeah, but alien planet. I do have to say, using the Alien Biomes mod, some of those trees actually do look pretty dang radioactive. So maybe it could be a possibility then. Things that kill me the most in Factorio: atomic bombs, spitters, biters, worms, my own carefree attitude towards crossing railroads. Yes, this is me, except like all four of these are in the space of the red one, and then the entire rest of it is the train thing, or even more lopsided towards trains. I was ran over by my own tank last week. Glad nobody saw me. Listen coast for miles. Yeah, I have gotten run over as well by my own vehicles. Hop out, get distracted, and bam, the tank runs you over. It's yeah, pretty crazy. Those things will coast a long time, and they not much stops them either. Hot tip: use your PC to keep your food warm when you lose track of time. Nice factory, but the poor... Look at all this grease, man. That computer... I feel bad for that computer. The grease helps lubricate your belts. And this picture is just some sort of like PC in liquid, like in grease or something. Implying the ambient temperature of my house isn't already enough to keep food warm. I can't feel eye drops going in because my bathroom heats all my toiletries to 80 degrees. Oh my god. That's 27 degrees Celsius for those not in the US. Often specify Fahrenheit, so could be living in hell. Oh my god. Over-engineered railway crossing lights. Yeah, I'd say so. Wow. Want some railway crossing lights that flash like they do in some countries. 2 red lights alternating. Further up the track, there's railway signals that trigger the deciders into enabling the inserters to move wood between the boxes, and the inserters move the object. They emit a signal. 2 of the inserters then hooked up to the 2 lights you can see connected, and you get a pretty constant alternating red signal. Nice. After a brief war over creative differences, we decided to make a monument to peace. Yes. Pretty sure that's an 8-pointed star of chaos undivided. Shh, don't tell him. Well, there's 4 poles in the corners to win power from chaos power. Oh yeah, mod clone made. I actually spotlighted that a super long time ago. Pretty cool. 105 hours in the game, I finally built my first rocket. Apparently I had to put in a satellite, though. Yikes. Yeah, that's not a good feeling. Launching your first rocket without the satellite. Oh, dear. Yeah, you can put productivity models in the silo. Super beneficial. I do think that it needs to be indicated way better that you have to put a satellite in the rocket. Actually, I stopped my sentence because I think in 17 it was, didn't they change it where you don't actually have to put a satellite in to beat the game? But a lot of people are still on 0.16 where you do have to do that, so I guess that's where my statement applied to. But they fixed it in 17, so once they mark 17 stable and everyone converts over, it shouldn't be an issue. But my guess is this person was on 16, and I feel very bad for them. I'm now nuclear proud of this because once you fill a water block, there's no control Z. Yes. Oh man, setting up these like offshore nuclear power plants are so tedious with the landfill and stuff, because if you mess up, there ain't no going back without mods. Because there's no going back. If you mess up where your pumps need to go or something, or landfill too much, you are in trouble. Fills 1 block, save. Fills a block, save. Fills a 3rd block. Yep, pretty much. I would say it's every 0.00 seconds. That would be horrendous. Your game state is now in the cloud. I made a tool to help design... Oh, well, let's look at this one first. My train stop for all base ores and angels. It's actually not very many base ores. It's only like 2 more than vanilla. Appreciate how every post here is criticizing off for not building in an optimal way. Believe it or not, everything Factorio doesn't have to be built optimal to still work and enjoy the game. Yes. That is very true. I mean, this doesn't even look that suboptimal. Like, yeah. You don't have to build super efficient to play Factorio. Alright? Only if you want to build efficient. I'll design factories and I'm giving it to you. So, Factorio Organizer. Ooh. That looks really cool. Is this direct download of the exe? Put the source code on GitHub. Nice. Let you continue the development. That is really awesome. So I'm implementing a train planner so that we could also plan modular factories and stuff. That would be really neat. It's really cool. People are coming up with these tools. Someone actually approached me with a mobile tool, which I think is super neat, and asked me to play around with it. Unfortunately, I haven't had time yet. I do definitely still plan to do that, because I think a mobile version would be awesome, so you can plan your factory on the go without having to have a piece of paper. Not that using graph paper and stuff isn't cool. In fact, it's an awesome way to plan your factory, but that stuff isn't always available, you know, when a phone might be. 8-bit Turing complete computer that I made in Factorio. Right. So I'm sorry, guys. Not even gonna read this. Not because I doubt its coolness. I think it's awesome by the fact that I actually don't understand a single part of it. So if you do understand this, make sure to check it out. Like, I feel really bad when I just skip these, but first off, it's extremely long, and second, I could read this and have absolutely no comprehension of what it's talking about, and probably just like really confuse other people because I'm just reading without any comprehension of what I'm talking about. So that's really awesome. I think that's awesome. Just by the fact I don't even know the majority of what's being talked about means it's way above my brain power. In Factorio, at least. My 9K size per minute megabase with synced rocket launches. Dude, that is awesome. Gotta love those. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. How can you do 9K size per minute? Oh, 9. I think you still need 10 silos to do 9K size per minute, though, right? Because doesn't a silo complete launch take more than a minute? So, with only 9 of them? Unless they change that, maybe? Starting to get bored because I can't push my base further without getting into unplayable UPS territory. 35 UPS, yeah, that's kind of pushing it. Man, that's awesome. Congrats to this person. My brain went full Factorio mode reading this. Science notes and news. Coal consumption affecting climate. The furnaces of the world are now burning about 2 billion tons of coal a year. When this is burned, uniting with oxygen, it adds about 7 billion tons of carbon dioxide to the atmosphere yearly. This tends to make the air a more effective blanket for the earth, and to raise its temperature. The effect may be considerable in a few centuries. This was written over 100 years ago. Yeah, that's way worse now. Gotta switch to solar soon. Installs wind turbine mod. Friday facts. Add the numbers that show pollution values also look like different colors, making them a high pollution visualizer. Wow. It's like some modern art there, something. Turning on the pollution values in the debug menu, F4, you can see the number of pollution in each chunk. By zooming out, you can see the whole areas with their leading number. For example, the number 9 can be 990, 900, 9000, etc. Factorio using red colors shows only values up to 150. I'm surprised he's even getting that much FPS with this many numbers. It is pretty crazy sometimes how high pollution can get in a chunk when you look at that view. 0 to 2,700 signs per minute vanilla rail world in 30 seconds. Oh, hey, this is from Timelapse. This is a time lapse from Rain. Rain is an awesome streamer. He does speedruns. He recently did a rail vanilla world, in fact. Rockets launched. I'm actually surprised he launched that many rockets with, well, I say only this size of base, but this is so far zoomed out. I think this is actually a really huge base. Wow. Dude, this is freaking awesome. Taking up vote, Rain. 1 frame per session, or about 1 frame per 5 hours of gameplay. The final frame is 141 hours of playtime. It's been running at 2,700 per minute when it hasn't been building modules. Still expanding outposts to expand the factory to 5,400. So a lot of resources are still going into expansion. Man, that is crazy, man. Congrats to Rain. I've been away from my computer for 4 weeks. I will be reunited with my factory in 8 hours. All my wife and my friends and stuff. Very exciting. Give her love to the little ones, inserters, bots, etc. Wow. Giving back to the community. A longtime Factorio player and also a sysadmin. When I was new here and knew nothing about Factorio, I got help and even offers for hosting a server so that I could play with friends. Today, it is time to turn the tables. I'd like to give back what I can to the community. Therefore, I offer to host Factorio servers for those who cannot easily do so or cannot afford to host their own. They're going to be run on dedicated server in Frankfurt with 64 gig of RAM and i7 4770. I'm able to do this due to having excess server capacity. That's awesome. Don't need a server, but if you have a surplus of friends, let me know. Oh, man. Yeah, that is awesome gestures. The Factorio community is really, really nice and generous. Extremely generous. Using circuits to compress a blue belt with 4 inserters in almost any orientation. That's pretty dang impressive, dude. I'm guessing, yeah, the circuits for like the perfect alternation of the swings or something. That's really cool. Finally managed to get Coworking in Factorio. This is adorable. Okay. Oh man, this is great. I love it. This reminds me of my first factory science setup. That's really funny. I enjoy seeing the tiny little new player build so much more on super outlines and mega bases. It's just charming and relatable. Yeah, this is I think people like seeing new player stuff because it just is really nostalgic and reminds us who have played a lot what it used to be like to be a new player. And it's super nice. Okay, my lab setup. Holy Lord. That's a lot of labs, sir. Beacons, productivity modules, this hurts my eyes. And I didn't realize I forgot productivity modules as I redid the labs not long ago, and for some odd reason I have it in a version of beacons. Dude, beacons would benefit this so much. This is super crazy though. Really, really neat. 17.66 version. My robots lost their purpose in life, so I created a religion for them. This is very lengthy. Huh?
As I feel like it's achieved what I feel the game developers have intended to make this game to be. So this is just my take on it after a lot of iterations, and you have these things called infinite research technologies, and they all require this sort of space science pack in addition to all the other 5 regular
Optimize the
science
overview,
packs.
70 signs per minute. The cathedral. Interesting. Okay. Something's wrong with you. I like it. Lazy Bastard speedrun Mega Base 500 signs per minute rail world 200 hours. It only took 200 hours to build this? Holy hell. Love that 8 UPS. I say only 200 hours, but that seems super low for this amount of stuff. Here's some like super modularized things. So, absolutely love the super Love the zoomed in callouts on the base map. Yeah, this is really cool. So here's the mall, red circuits, green circuits, labs, space science. This is really neat, actually. I'm impressed. I got this done in 200 hours. I love voxel art created by Magic Voxel. Oh man, that's so cool. What even is that on the belts? Red circuits? My first thought was sulfuric acid on a belt getting low into an automation science pack. What the actual F? Yeah, advanced circuits. I love these voxel things. And lastly, I didn't know fish in Factorio could swim on land. Indeed. Didn't they used to be like grass fish or land fish or something? I like how this is tagged as I can play I wish my base was full of fish. It's maybe there's like a little aquifer like under the landfill, okay? Anyway, guys, I think that's gonna do it for this one. Sorry that it's late as well. I was super busy today. Did some other recordings for a new series that's starting. Hint, hint. Yeah, it's still coming out today at least, which is good. And I appreciate you guys watching. As always, some really, really entertaining and funny posts today. Leave your thoughts and stuff below as always. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you all, and do take care.